We often forget how much our body is controlling us instead of us controlling our body. For us men especially, when you see a beautiful woman in the street and you cannot avert your gaze, you look at her and it feels good to relish her beauty and to watch her. You chase women, you put effort into pursuing them, only to have certain feelings once you've climaxed. In this post, men talk about their post-nut clarity thoughts. The post is titled, Men of Reddit, what's the greatest realization you've had during post-nut clarity? I will read handpicked comments. Comment 1, no, I do not have a crush on that rude girl who looks pretty. Comment 2, I should really get my life together. Still working. Comment 3, I gotta get out of this place. Comment 4, that I was being manipulated through sex. Comment 5, I'd trade sex with a stranger for platonic friendship in a heartbeat. Comment 6, thank God I didn't booty call her. Comment 7, I have to leave this relationship. I am miserable and the sex does not even begin to make up for any of this at all. Comment 8, I miss my ex, now I don't at all. Comment 9, I didn't really have anything in common with my then fiancé. And finally comment 10. I was in a really toxic relationship. I was with the same girl for over 5 years, started in high school so I'd never had an intimate relationship with anyone else. I was always very attracted to her and we'd had some great times early on, but our relationship had long ago turned one-sided. Everything I was getting out of this was what I alone was putting into it. This girl also had, essentially, a non-existent sex drive. Which is fine, of course, that's not some error or problem on her part. Everyone deserves to do what they feel comfortable with if they ever feel comfortable with it, and don't owe anyone anything more. The problem was how she responded to my sex drive. In 5 years we'd had sex maybe 15 times, and every single one became her go-to reminder for the next few months of how much she did for me, how selfless she was. I left jokes in her lunches that I packed every day. I bought her flowers and gifts at random just because I was thinking of her when I was at the store. I asked her once if she could start complimenting me more. She said that felt uncomfortable. She didn't even remember to get me a Christmas present last year. But hey, I let you get laid last month became a regular sentiment. If I mentioned to her that I was feeling aroused, or told her how beautiful she was, she shrugged it off and made me feel like I was ceaselessly horny. I'd been scared of this relationship failing for 5 years. I knew there were things I was unhappy with, but it seemed more comfortable to come home to a 6 out of 10 happiness than try to go out and find something higher. But then you nut. And your head clears. And I look down at the woman who refuses any position but missionary, with whom foreplay or nudity is never allowed, and she's frowning. I know the last 2 minutes will be thrown at me for months to come. This relationship just ended. I don't wish her ill for anything about her libido. But I'll be heartbroken for a while knowing how much I shamed myself for being attracted to my girlfriend and wanting to be intimate with her, how much I made myself feel that was wrong and I was perverted and insatiable. End of comments. That final comment is a perfect way to capsule my point in this video. The power women have over you is often your body tricking you into mating with them. I know that there are various takes on masturbation in the modern world. I will be releasing a video on my take on nofap soon, but I do think that if you are in a position whereby a woman is causing you problems, perhaps you can't focus on your work, perhaps you find yourself lamenting about her, or perhaps you can't stop thinking about her, a good thing to do would be to look after yourself, so to speak, as this will clear your mind and allow you to think about what you need to do with yourself and what you really think and feel about a situation at a given time. The other element of masturbation is that it takes a woman's power away, if they threaten to withhold sex or use that as a bartering tool. As Bill Burr often gave the advice whenever a man was having an argument with a woman, just rub one out. I want you to think next time you have the post-nut clarity, think how it has changed your perceptions. Thanks for listening.